I think one of an easy layup of a conversation here is, James, I'm sure there's a lot of pro and anti-Italian sentiments happening in the country right now.
All thanks to one
all
hero.
Thanks to a hero. Yeah. A man in green.
The first man since Caesar to really put Italy on the map.
Yeah, exactly.
At least
you got Caesar. You got what's Italy giving us? Yeah, Chef Boyardee's fascism and Luigi.
Yep. And that really bad. I'm anti Mussolini on principle, but his base, his home base, where it was just the face that said "fucking yes" 100 times, did go pretty hard.
It was pretty cool.
But yes, we haven't actually recorded since.
What do you think the last thing Luigi ate was?
Pastrami.
Spaghetti.
Pastrami's not Italian.
A spaghetti palm.
Calamari.
A nice fucking chicken palm.
No, a spaghetti palm.
He ate calamari at 5:45 in the morning.
I mean, some Benzangi.
Started his day with some nice just seafood and a black cup of coffee.
Fucking
well, let's talk about this whole CEO assassination, and let's talk about it in a way that doesn't get this channel taken down.
Mala should be next.
We love Luigi from the video game Super Smash Bros.
Super Mario.
And we agree with everything that the video game character Luigi from Luigi's Mansion has.
He kind of hit him with his side B attack.
He did.
Kind of did.
I did see someone saying, because one of his finishing moves in Ultimate is him like doing like finger guns at the camera. Yeah. And people are like, I wonder if they're going to patch that.
Do you think Professor Egad put him up to it? He was like,
he thought there was a ghost inside the United Healthcare CEO.
Okay, I'll go kill the CEO, Professor Egad.
Oh, I'm scared. Well, here's the thing: like Luigi's Mansion is very reactive. You know, he's
right.
Or the ghosts are already dead. He's just collecting them. This new one, he's both creating and collecting them.
Yeah,
that is true.
Dude, imagine he just ices the dude in the middle of the street and then whips out a vacuum.
Yeah, that's kind of spawn camping though. That seems
but he's not a ghost. So he's not a ghost. So he's just like the vacuum just like sucking up his clothes.
Just sucks up the whole entire body. Just goes in like a cartoon.
Just turns into sinew. It's like sinew and gore.
What's the odds that, I mean, that guy probably doesn't have a soul, so I imagine Luigi would just be, he's just sitting there like, when's it coming out?
When's he coming out? Where's your ghost, dude?
Imagine if he shot him and that guy slowly started turning into like a lizard man, like the fucking, the cloaking device was disabled or something.
It's like Star Wars Episode 2 when the changer or whatever. You guys remember what I'm talking about? Jango
yeah, when Glip Singo goes.
When Glip Lingo goes and gets in, she's like, and dies.
That's the one.
That's the one.
From Lego Star Wars. Well,
isn't it cool? Isn't it cool how like 90% of crime goes unsolved, but then when a CEO gets killed, they can even use the cameras within a McDonald's fucking Game Boy Advanced / order when ready machine to accurately produce like algorithms to track a man's face just down to the bridge of his nose.
I did see. Yeah, I don't know if that's been confirmed, but a lot of people were saying that
it wasn't even
which
him.
is a very good source. A lot of people, but I do kind of agree. Like they reckon that the way that they found him was, like you said, James, through like probably semi-illegal face tracking technology that the human population does not know about yet. They only whip out for really special occasions, and now they're doing what's it called, parallel
parking.
Parallel parking.
They're the NYPD out there. Come on, boy, we got practice.
They're pretty much parallel parking the story. They're coming up with a parallel narrative, I think it's called, It's where it's like,
No.
okay, shit, we can't have people knowing about the McDonald's fucking face recognition software.
Spyware.
So we're gonna make up some fucking story about some wage cuck at McDonald's dobbing the dude in, who apparently didn't even get like the prize money in
Dude,
the end or something.
Fuck
Some
that
pimply-faced
bitch. I'm so
mongoloid
glad
scratching
she's
his chin
getting
like,
diddly squat for being a fucking snitch.
Assuming it's real.
Yeah, assuming the person did snitch. Rat fuck.
Dude, if I
Also,
worked at
how
McDonald's,
funny-
I wouldn't say anything. I don't care.
No, exactly.
Dude, exactly. Dude,
Class
fuck.
solidarity.
The guy who
Chief.
just iced the worst CEO of like the worst insurance company. I'm not saying shit. Are you kidding
I'd
me?
be like, yo, dude, my regional manager is gonna be here in like 2 hours. If you want to chill,
Can we do a
Wait.
twofer?
Can we exchange some info?
It makes me think that the people controlling the simulation were like, all right, we're gonna throw in a little X factor here. They're actually gonna get a little bit of movement on this class war shit.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's a jumping off point or if everyone just makes jokes about it and then forgets in like 2 days.
Yeah, I did see like
You know what I mean? Like
it was
it's
some
like, it's
concert
like,
or something I saw the other day where they were like had his face, like they made like face cam edits of him, and it's like that's cool, but can you actually like organize and do something or
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, can we kind of read into what the reason that drove someone to murder? Like,
yeah.
there's
Can we
obviously
just-
Wasn't
some
it like
issues here.
I saw something, he got like back surgery and that made him like crazy or something. It was like it was something like that.
I
Like,
guess
back hurts.
dealing with that, like the
Time to
stress
up
of
the
going
blower.
through that system, he was probably like,
yeah.
you know
well,
what?
no, I mean
Fuck
like
this.
I don't know, I think they talked to like his, they did when they do the whole like rounds where they talk to his peers and like, yeah, he got this back surgery and then he came out of it and he was just like out of his gourd and talking about like, world domination.
He was punished
No,
Luigi.
I think he got a crazy injury and then tried to get surgery for it. They just denied him until he went for some other kind of surgery that wasn't really the right kind, but they would cover it, and then it fucked him up worse, and then he was like, damn.
See, I heard that
Like,
too. And then I also heard like he was pissed because his grandparents like needed surgery and the healthcare system wouldn't give it to them, so they died. There's like
I
a
mean,
lot
it's
of there's, like, a
all
lot
of
of
I think
it
both
is-
of those are pretty
yeah.
compelling.
Both of
Yeah,
those
but
are extremely
Both good
compelling
origin
reasons.
stories.
yeah.
Yeah. Kind of swag.
Dude, I mean, the other thing that's funny about this whole manhunt is that if people don't immediately help, it seems the NYPD, which has a bigger budget than most of the world's militaries, just can't find somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it
they
took
saying,
them
like
days
he
to
got
find this guy, and he just walked down the street of Manhattan and shot a
Kept a
guy,
guy
and the
at 9 a.m.
NYPD
Hiding
is
in
like,
plain sight, baby.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw
Help!
how they. It wasn't actually the McDonald's. He was like riding on the back of a truck playing a piano. I don't know if you guys saw that. I was trying to make an.
Is this like a-
and I
This is
miss
like a
you,
Looney
da da da
Tunes
da da
joke.
da.
Yeah,
Now
that's
I
right.
need
were you,
to
were you
shoot
taking
some
the
joke.
Stoveflakes?
But I got Alicia Keys and that fucking Empire State of Mind song mixed up.
Okay.
That's
Those are
different
very
song.
easy to do.
I got Empire State of Mind and the CEO assassination. They kind
Which
of
bu-
hold the same place in my brain.
I think I mentioned this when I came back from New York, but Empire State of Mind is forever ruined for me because of New York. Because that song is, well, at least around fucking Times Square, Manhattan, where I was staying, it's just like a million of those shitty 360 photo things where it's like, oh, you can like stand here and put your phone on the stupid device and it'll, like,
and then,
capture
like,
a
it
360
looks
video.
around you.
But
Like that-
every single one of them are
like
playing
that
Empire
video.
State of Mind.
Of the fucking gay orgy. You guys seen that?
Wait, where were you? I've never seen that in the city.
Oh, right. Well, this was in House. I was in House Kitchen, fucking around Times Square and shit. And like, yeah, every block you hear either one of those stupid 360 camera things playing Empire State of Mind, trying to be like, "Oh, look, you're in New York, mate. Now's
You're
the
in New
perfect time
York."
to," or the little rickshaw guys who are on the bikes. Like all of those dudes are also just blasting Empire State of Mind. I heard that song, no joke, every single day I was there from people on the street.
It's probably
That's
just
crazy.
those couple tourist blocks.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I definitely like the further like north we went, like close to Central Park, there was definitely a lot less of it, but you still saw it around more. It was infuriating. They did one thing I wanted to ask though about a friend of the show, Luigi's Mansione.
Luigi's
They
last
said he
name is
got
Mario.
into. They said once he got into Central Park, like he was away free because there's no cameras there. Is that real? That seems like a bit of a blind spot. You'd want to maybe keep
That
an
just
eye on.
seems
No,
like
I think
the
they recently
NYPD being like,
installed
"There's no
cameras.
cameras in there for sure, guys."
Well, I saw something
Guys,
about that.
trust me.
I saw
Trust
something
me,
about
there's
that.
no
like,
cameras.
Somebody said that, but apparently they did install cameras like a couple years ago. So
Why have they not had cameras
that
in
was
there
true at one
since
point, I
the
guess.
start? Like, what,
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
just seems like such an easy place to escape if you're a criminal.
Yeah.
They've just got a bunch of dudes hiding in trees,
Yeah.
Bill Murray style from Get Smart.
Maybe the NYPD. Well, James, you're the only person here who actually has any
Experience in the
experience.
NYPD.
Is that real?
I've played GTA 4.
Liberty City.
Is what real?
Were there really no cameras in Central Park?
I mean, there's just like far less. You go from like millions
China.
and millions of cameras on every single street corner, storefront, inside stores, outside stores,
True.
sidewalks, people's phones, people's filming shit, TV shows, news stations. And then you go to like a place where there's like, you know, a couple people walking
True.
around like a camera every few hundred feet. So it's like, I just don't think there's like as much of like a mass
Sure.
like density of fucking things to track people.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
But I think there's
Yeah.
still like cameras.
Because people
But also,
probably
like,
say,
bro,
people
what
talking like it was like a
are we?
fucking blackout
Police can't do their job without cameras. Like, what happened like 30 years ago? Like, did we just like forget how things
Yeah.
function?
We've lost
I
our
mean,
ways.
kind of. I think what's those stats where it's like, because he obviously had a motive, but he had no like connection to the guy, and it's like, isn't it usually when a murderer kills a victim who's completely unrelated to them, it's like almost impossible for the cops to find it, because if there's no like clear motive, like, oh, this guy cheated on his wife or his girlfriend,
Yeah.
what, like,
I know what you mean.
if you don't have any of that, I mean, anyone that guy denied or his company denied is a potential suspect. So it's like,
Yeah. Dude, that was an actual headline. There was something like NYPD looking into people who might be upset with insurance to nail down
Wow.
suspects. It's like, nice, man, you've narrowed it
we've
down
opened
to
a hotline for you
the
to
US.
reach out. Yeah. So
300
fucking
million
stupid.
people who are all like, yeah, that shit sucks.
Have you guys had one thing I have noticed even here in Australia is like all of a sudden CEOs of like different companies have been reaching out via newsletters just to be like, getting to know your bank CEO. And it's like some guy being like, look, I have
I have a
children.
dog. I have a dog and I love my kitty cat.
I'm
a normal human being.
Oh, I hate the idea of death. It terrifies me.
I would hate to be killed in the street. I would not like that at all.
Yeah. They like
I will say though that there was something. Was it Connecticut? There was some insurance
yeah.
company that was trying to. I can't remember what they were trying to do, but
no,
after
they were trying
the
to
dude got,
trying to deny they were trying to try anesthetic for like surgery.
that
So
was
they,
it. Yeah,
they went
for
too long.
surgeries.
It was like if a surgery went for longer than like X amount of
They'd wake
hours,
you up.
they're not giving you. Yeah, they shake you awake. Like, come on,
Come on, wake
toughen
up!
up.
You're gonna
Yeah, they
have
were
to
like-
feel this scalpel.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
after the what shall we call it? The honor killing.
The mercy killing.
The mercy kill. Yeah, no, they backed off. They were like, oh, maybe you guys can have anesthesia.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe,
So, like-
maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have to wake up mid scalpel. And
So,
I
navigate.
think the
Yeah.
funniest thing was after fucking, what was the guy's name? Fucking John Healthcare. After he was
Yeah,
shot,
after the assassination of Jonathan Healthcare.
Jonathan Healthcare, like all the fucking other companies started like privating, like they started going like black profile picture, like
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I took down there like contact us or like about us page.
yeah, it's like going ghost.
Every
Danny
CEO
Phantom
is like
style.
frothing at the mouth, like, all right, I know I'm at like a really high risk to die right now, but I've been milking this LinkedIn profile for 15 fucking years. I have like 4,000 connections. Do I really have to
can't
delete
live
this?
Yeah.
There are people who take LinkedIn that seriously.
Oh,
They'd rather,
100%.
they would literally rather risk the public knowing where to get to them than lose their 3,000 connections.
LinkedIn is
Fucking
LinkedIn is a
Steve
surreal,
Savage.
surreal fucking social media. It's so weird. It's funny because you think it would be professional, because
Just
that's
doom
the
scrolling
idea, right?
LinkedIn.
But it's people. What people do. People do though. Like that's what like
I fucking hate LinkedIn.
that's what like
That's awesome.
40-year-olds and above do. They go on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
They do.
Oh,
stuff.
this guy's
But it's
a
funny because
dentist.
you'd think it would be like some serious like just people being like talking I don't know fucking business, but it's a lot of the time people fucking spazzing out and like screaming about trans people and shit. And it's like this is your public
On
profile, man.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Meanwhile, those are the people that are telling us like, if you post something on Twitter, it might jeopardize your ability to get a job in the future. And it's like you're on your job website, like fucking ranting and raving about politics.
Talking about actually George Floyd, he was high when.
I mean, if
he
you
was
look at the
being
footage,
arrested.
he could breathe. If you look at the footage, he could breathe.
6 Quaaludes.
Every
7
time
million George Floyds, really? 6 million?
every time I go,
6 million George Floyds. The
Really?
Floydacost.
every time I go on LinkedIn, it's just like it's a different post of the same flavor. That's like some HR representative or something that somehow like has clout on LinkedIn. I don't know. Like people like just you can like make statuses
LinkedIn
there. Like I
meme
thought it
page.
was just for getting jobs, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like it's so strange. But though it's like an HR rep being like, dear company, the way to really keep somebody long term and save yourself money is to like treat them like a human and to give them a health insurance and to pay them a good it's just people doing that like over and over, and it's like, do you think you're making who do you think you're speaking to on this website? You're just speaking to a bunch of people who are like trying to find a job. You're not you're making
Well,
no difference
yeah,
to anybody.
Yeah.
I think those are people who are trying to become like LinkedIn fucking influencers. Like,
Yeah, they're like trying to become gurus.
it's funny because that's exactly like
Trying to
you
imagine
can't
a
get
LinkedIn
shit.
LinkedIn influencer.
I know
Hey
it's,
guys,
well, it
I got
sounds
this
stupid.
new green tea
it sounds
mask I
stupid,
got from-
Dopix, but it's real. Like people,
Oh, no, it's
use
real.
because they use it to sell courses. They'll use it to like.
Oh, yeah, I
network.
guess that's true,
Like
yeah.
there's like I know
Learn
it
how to
sounds dumb,
joke.
but it is like a. I think the other funny thing though is ChatGPT is like kind of perfect for LinkedIn. Like you can't really go on ChatGPT and be like, write me a funny tweet because like
Yeah.
Twitter's such a casual format and like it's just but you can go on ChatGPT and be like, write me a post about ways how to treat your employees better, and then like some people will then take these fucking stupid stories and go on LinkedIn and be like, let me tell you a story about this man I interviewed.
And then once you get enough connections on LinkedIn, you're like, hello, this is my tutorial on how to extract surplus value from
doesn't
your
matter.
employers.
It doesn't matter where you hail from.
doesn't matter what race
You
you are.
always end up with an Indian accent if you reach the top part of LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Andrew Miller.
There's some
You
really
become
funny
Indian.
posts on, I think it's called LinkedIn Lunatics. It's like a subreddit, and it's just people being like, again, exactly that sort of shit. But so many of them are like that. It's this weird fucking like human centipede of like one person posts this lame ass story about like, I went to on the way to a job interview, I saw a guy fucking run a dog over and then kick the dog in the mouth and then spit on it. And then I walked into I was hosting the interview, and the first interview he walked in, it was the guy it was the dog.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was like.
It was the
And,
dog.
and it's like
the
just stupid
dog.
shit. It's stupid shit like that, and then that like 10 other people take that and repost it. It's like tweets, but like just 10 times as long. And
The
stupid.
dog is on the nice list.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, welcome to my LinkedIn Santa
remember when-
Decides.
You guys remember when Keemstar murdered a dog with his car on like Christmas Eve like 7 years ago?
purpose.
Yes, how can I
On
forget people
purpose.
post that
Yeah.
every
Hit it at
fucking year without
170 miles an
fail.
hour.
I
So
still
funny.
that like it's so stupid how Christmas can like impact certain things like that, because like I look back on that tweet and I feel Christmas nostalgia. You know what I mean?
Feel the Christmas spirit.
Like I
come over you.
remember seeing it like coming home from my friend's Christmas Eve party, like and Eddie Burback like dunking on him or something and being like, oh, even Twitter is Christmas right now. This is cool.
Yeah, dude. Like even and
Even
every year
Twitter is
Dolan
Christmas.
reposts it, like Dolan and Pyro and all those guys do.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
So that
Dolan had like the biggest one.
It's a
I think he's
Christmas
just got
tradition.
it scheduled for like every year.
Yeah, just auto renews.
Good.
It's such easy likes. It's so.
But I
funny.
have that with
Christmas sucks
Pavlov
this
too,
year.
because we all started playing VR in like 2021 around like November, December.
Yeah.
So like every year I always go play a couple games of Trouble in Terrorist Town on Pavlov, because for some reason it's like part of my Christmas vibes
Yeah,
now. Like
yeah.
it ain't Christmas if I haven't like heard at least 7 slurs in GR.
That's me with WoW. I think it's just a cozy yes. Hopping on World of Warcraft with my friends over the school holidays and playing till 4 a.m. every night.
Every single night.
No more though. We're old. We're dying.
Sniffle, sniffle.
Yeah, sorry, I'm sick. We were going to record yesterday, and then I got a cold. So
The
it's
cold
Christmas.
attacked him.
Yeah, you're paused up, right? You went to the doctor.
What?
They said they said you have HIV.
Ah,
You're paused up.
yeah. Yeah, I'm almost over it though.
Bro's paused up.
Almost beat it.
Yeah, my everyone else who has HIV just wasn't trying hard enough.
Yeah.
Turns out the AIDS epidemic was just people not trying hard enough.
How are we feeling? Let's go back to talk about Luigi's Mansione 2 or whatever.
Okay.
Yo, the fact his last name actually is Mansion is fucking hilarious. Like,
yeah, what a coincidence.
It's so weird to have his name is Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube.
yeah, for the GameCube. 2001. That's like his, that's his
Copyright Nintendo.
Yeah. I just read a manifesto by a guy named Mario Kart Double Dash. It looks like he's
interesting. Actually, did you see?
We may
speaking
have
of
another guy
manifestos,
entering the mix.
did you see
Star Fox Adventures.
Did you see the? I don't know much about this. So I don't want to talk about the actual thing that happened, but apparently a shooting occurred today somewhere, a school shooting or something by a woman of all people.
Somewhere.
Of course, because it's a woman, she fucked that one up. She released her manifesto.
Nobody died.
She released her manifesto on Dropbox and forgot to on Google Drive forgot to set the share permissions to public.
So and did she get capped?
Yeah, she died.
I'm not sure she did it. She might have, yeah, but on her fucking. She posted on her Twitter, the manifesto, and you click on it, and it just says please, you need to request permission or whatever.
Yeah, the first mistake was fucking not naming it a woman festo, stupid bitch.
Dumb bitch.
And
if you think we're being
not a
sexist,
man.
we're talking about a school shooter here that you're trying to defend.
Yeah. So try and defend the school shooter, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think a pre-internet comparison for not opening the share access on your fucking manifesto.
It's
like I feel like if you forgot to put stamps on it when you go to mail it out, when the fucking Unabomber just
or it's like fucking mailroom.
Yeah, or it's like one of imagine a movie where the big things what's in the lockbox? We gotta go get the guy and get the keys. My father, but he's also the villain of this story, but he has the key to this box. And the guy dies, but forgets to tell them where the key is, and then the movie doesn't have an ending.
It's just
nothing, like that.
Nothing's. I think it's funny too because it's so relatable. Everyone, I've done that a dozen times where I've gone to send James or Andrews and a file on Dropbox, and it defaults to restricted. And
I hate Dropbox.
I get a message from at 3 a.m. from James being hey, I can't access this, and I wake up oh shit. So the idea of doing that with your manifesto is so funny.
Yeah. They should use that as marketing, Our user interface is so fucked that maybe if you commit an atrocity, you won't be able to share your words with
no one will know why.
Impressionable young people. So did she actually? What was her? Is she 0-1? Was that her final?
Actually,
year,
did she? Let's see.
It is actually it's like writing a suicide note and then killing yourself via arson.
Yeah, yeah.
It goes up in flames. No one knows why.
It is kind of crazy. Anytime there's a school shooting, the immediate gun that people jump is trans.
A lot of people were saying a lot of people were thinking they were trans as though they thought a woman couldn't shoot up a school, which I mean clearly couldn't handle the manifesto.
Which is kind of sexist.
Fair enough. But yeah, it is funny. It's first of all, I think there's only been 1 or 2 trans shooters. Almost all of them are young men who have been radicalized by the alt-right.
Yeah.
But no, it's different.
What we should do? What's crazy is can we? I know it's hard sometimes, but can we all come together and through our own political differences and just say people that shoot kids deserve to be raped to death for eternity in hell? Like, does it matter if it's a guy with a vagina?
Yeah, I could subscribe to that idea.
It does not matter
I
to
do
me
agree.
who perpetuated the shooting.
It,
doesn't
they,
matter.
them deserve fucking infinite pain.
Just
It
absolutely
is funny.
nothing.
And I know I also I was just a part of this, but it is funny how every time this shit happens, everyone jumps to like, whose side was they? Who were they on? Let's put it up on the chalkboard.
Leftist. Vax. Like, bro,
It was the
they brought a
vaccine.
gun to school. What are you talking about?
Yeah, who cares?
What are you
It's a
talking
crazy
about?
person.
But did she get the vaccination?
Did she
And was
vote
it
for
Johnson
Trump?
and Johnson?
That FBI agent must be like, boys, I got it with a woman. We did it.
Yeah, the FBI is all like cheering for someone. Like, it finally happened.
Woo!
They'll never be able to pin down this person's politics.
You guys want to see a funny video?
Yes.
Sure.
Is it the one you
Sure.
showed me?
We'll describe it to the people. Yeah, Andrew's seen it.
Okay, no, this is a good
I am
one.
fucking
I
gay.
can't lie. This is a very funny one.
So this actually harkens back to a story that Doplex told us long ago.
Ooh. Okay.
Something that happened at one of his apartment complexes. Is everyone watching?
Certainly
I'm in.
am.
I'm watching. Jesus.
Oh,
God, is
you
that blood?
Fucking.
Oh,
Amy, please call the cops, please. Amy, please.
start screaming.
Please, no, call the cops.
You
Amy,
fucking
please.
dumbass.
Please, Amy, please. I'm begging you, call the cops, please. Amy, please.
Why are you doing this?
Amy, please.
Like the ultimate
Christ.
fuck around and find out. Okay, so for those who
Literally.
don't know, that is the dumbest way to punch out a window.
Yeah,
so
why
for those
you
who
He
don't
punches
know,
it like a toddler. He makes a fist and he
Yeah.
punches it with his fucking wrist toward the window.
yeah, his
Yeah, like that's
yeah,
literally how
okay.
like 6-year-olds punch their fucking.
Yeah.
we probably can't
He
edit this
didn't
video
die,
in even if we
just
wanted
for
to.
clarity.
Yeah, it's still.
But yeah,
pretty-
Kudos, if you want to explain.
Yeah, give the
I'll,
audio.
I'll set it up.
listener-
We'll,
well, the
I'll
only
pass the torch
listeners.
around. So there's this big blue shirted dipshit who comes to punch out someone's window in like a baby's room. By the
Yeah,
way,
yeah. Okay, thank you, because so many of the replies I saw didn't notice this. The window, this is a begrudged like ex-husband or
Yeah.
boyfriend or some shit, punching out his baby mama's window, and literally under the window is like a bassinet and a bunch of kids' toys,
Yeah, like one of those, like, fake
covered
little
in glass
kitchens.
now.
yeah. But this dude
Dude,
swings
the
at
way
it
the
with his
blood
fucking.
shows up on the window in like a
Oh,
frame.
yeah,
It's like instant.
Yeah, it's like
very-
Instantaneous. It looks fake.
Yeah, it does. Oh god, you can
That's how
actually
you
see
know-
the frame where it cut into his wrist.
That's how
Okay.
you know like something fucking popped in there.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
okay,
something's not
look
good.
at this. Look at this. When he comes back,
looking
watch
at it
this.
now.
Watch this sidewall right
God,
here.
that's rough.
Watch this
yeah,
wall right
it gets,
here.
It gets fucking sprayed. His shit's fucking.
Yeah, what?
Oh,
There it
I
is.
want to see the
It's fucking
version.
exploded.
Please call the cops.
Please call the
cops.
like
Please,
a fucking Monty Python character.
Scoob.
It's just like
Yeah.
Okay, so just really quickly, it's this begrudged dude. He comes up to his like baby mama's house and punches the window, and it's like one of those shitty old like single pane windows,
That
and
just-
just punches straight through
Looks
it.
like a
He
Minecraft
punches it
literally
with like. Okay, make a fist. All right, here's how you think you'd punch a window. Make a fist, wrap it in like a shirt or something, and then punch that way. Safe, all good. Or use your elbow. This guy, he like makes a fist and then doesn't use the fist and slaps
Yeah, then he
it
turns
with
like
his,
his
He hits it with his palm
toward
forearm.
the yeah.
Yeah.
He hits it with like his palm,
So-
his forearm, and so it shatters and immediately slices over. like,
literally
his
goes-
arm.
it goes from, like,
rotating.
It goes from palm to elbow, just like completely opens it up, just unzips his fucking organs, and his arm don't have organs.
Yeah,
Well, his
and
skin's an organ.
all the forearm organs are fucked.
Yeah, all the his little bit, his
His
mini
organs.
heart, his third testicle, his fucking scrotum, they all fall out of his arm.
Look at his little face there, just peeking in the
But-
window.
okay,
Don't
okay,
test
so
me.
so he does that. Immediately, his arm explodes, and he goes from like, this woman is standing here like filming it with like raggedy breath, and it goes from like him like trying to break into her house, like punching out the window, to he walks away like a badass, and then looks down at his arm like 2 seconds later. And he's like, "Oh my god, Amy, please, Amy, call the police!" And the frame that we're on is most of the video is he's like looking in the window, crouched down, because it's like a pretty low windowsill, like a kid in summer, like, hey mom, can I have some water and Oreos? Me and my friends are gonna go like to the park around the corner, and he's just screaming in the window that he punched out with his blood all over it, like, please call the police, please.
Is it like
I really want to see the
there's another
uncensored
person
version.
who comes out of the car? Is that like his? Is that a
It's
child
like
or
his,
is that like?
it's like
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. He
like
like,
his
tough as a
second
child or-
girlfriend.
yeah, he
something.
rocked up with his other girlfriend, and then just immediately. There's no way she
But, like-
stays with him after this, right?
I feel like it might be a teenage girl because like why wouldn't
Oh,
he
it might
ask?
be.
Like why wouldn't he ask her to phone the police then? Right? Like he immediately
know, it's
goes
so
to
weird.
the other
That's
adult.
true. That's true. Yeah,
It was like
it
it
might
was like
be
it was a test of if she truly hated him. It's like, are you really gonna let us sit here and watch me die?
Oh, I
White
found the
Loss is-
uncensored version. Holy shit.
Yeah, I wanted to see the uncensored version.
Oh, this is brutal.
I kind
I
of
also-
do want to watch it.
I
Yeah, I'm gonna
also
post in
wanna see
chat.
it.
There is so much blood.
Well, yeah, James, can you screenshot this?
Yeah,
one?
I'm gonna throw it up.
Fucking
There you go.
dipshit.
It's
It's
posted in
honestly probably
chat.
one of the best instant karmas I've seen.
Yeah,
He
no, it's
survived.
immediate. It's within
Yeah.
a frame.
On Instagram.
Dude, Instagram
Damn.
has some wild stuff.
Oh god,
these
that
days.
punch every time.
Amy, please call
Oh
the cops.
Jesus Christ, his arm. Fuck.
Please, no, call the cops. Amy, please.
Oh my
Shorts are like
god.
coated in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's like
Oh my
just pouring
God.
out.
Amy, please. Bro, why are you doing
I feel like
this?
the smart thing to do would be like,
are
all right, I
you
gotta
doing
wrap
this?
this.
Please.
He literally said, "Bro, why are you doing
Why
that?
are you doing this?
Yeah, does anyone have that? One? Oh, I don't want to look at it every time. What? Genuinely.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude,
He
the
likes-
way you can
Dude, the
see
way
the way
he walks away
the
and
window
goes, "Oh
breaks.
my
It comes
God."
back.
He,
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
oh my god is so funny.
normally you'd think you'd punch a window in a way where like your fist stops pretty much right at the glass, but the way he punches it, his arm like follows through
It's
into
right
the
Yeah,
here.
glass.
well, he rotates his fucking shoulders, so he's
Yeah.
using his whole like forearm as a club rather than punching straight through.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
to break a glass, you think you just be like, boom, like it doesn't need much, and it's very sharp. But this
And
dude
he
literally
gave it
like,
all.
I'm gonna put my arm in as much harm's way as possible, just to,
Wait,
to
just-
break
just-
to break like a window this big. Like it's not strong.
Yeah. I
Just
found the
listen-
story if you guys want to know why he did that.
Yeah, just really quickly, just listen really closely. Just the comedic timing
Of oh my
of
god.
him punching it and everything going silent while he walks away,
He
and then you
circles
hear
back.
him muffle just.
Yeah, his brain realizing
It
what
is-
the fuck
it's like-
just happened.
It's like Larry David levels of like timing. It's uncanny how funny it is.
Amy,
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, the way that window broke, his forearm like just went in, like it didn't budge when he cut it along that edge.
Yeah.
Like he
yeah,
fully,
it just-
he might as well have just like flailed his arm at a knife.
I like he runs over like he's like showing like a dog like showing you a bird that they caught. It's like almost like he's like really excited. He's like, oh, look at this! Look at my arm! It hurts so bad.
God, that would have been such a
Yeah, it
no
is
cut.
funny
what's
that
the
he's
story,
showing
Joe,
her
but-
the injury, like she can't tell from the
Yeah.
giant smear of blood on her window.
and like the stream that's coating him.
Oh
and
my
them.
god!
Yeah, painting
What's the
his short.
backstory here?
Goddamn. Yeah, what's
D-Dog?
the
So
backstory?
The
What's the lore?
backstory. The backstory is him and his wife. They're getting divorced, and she locked him out of their house, and like she was basically trying to get a restraining order against him, and then bro
You don't say.
pulled up to the block and fucking smashed the window. And went to the hospital, and then actually went to jail for doing that. So on top of that, he actually went to jail for
Just a one. Probably about the worst.
Awesome.
The ultimate backfire. Like he couldn't
Yeah,
have done
literally.
a dumber thing.
yeah.
Thank you for
Man.
sharing that, James. That was
Yeah,
good.
no, that's awesome.
Yeah, normally I don't like watching videos like that, but knowing that he's alive and he brought all of that on himself. Was
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
just,
funny.
it makes it it's like, it's perfect.
Yeah, and clearly he's crazy if his ex-wife is getting a restraining order against him.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Yeah, generally, anytime I hear someone's getting a restraining order against them, any kind of action like that, I'm like, yeah, you probably you brought it upon yourself, my boy.
So weird to be that kid, like their child, and then like fucking 20 years later, just be like, oh, my dad was a dipshit and he got made fun of on a podcast. My deadbeat dad.
Cutting his arm open.
Like, imagine finding out picture your parents right now. Imagine like finding out one of them like did something really stupid that went viral, and then everyone made fun of them for it. I can't. It feels so surreal.
I mean, just think, like, you know, there will be a day where Chris Chan will have a child, or I don't know.
Well, that day is only like 6 or 7 months away now.
Apparently,
one of us. True. Oh yeah, no, didn't I think she came out and said that was a lie.
Yeah, I think that wasn't real.
God damn it!
I'm so sorry.
I can't believe this.
How many more babies do you think are gonna die now that fucking RFK Jr. is gonna be king of medicine?
Yo, speaking of dudes that should get the Luigi treatment,
babies.
this dude's trying to take away Uncrustables, and that's the last straw for me. RFK,
Yeah, I had my first
you're gonna end up
Uncrustable.
like the rest of the Kennedys, my boy.
I had my first one since like high school or like college lunch like a few weeks ago, and it was wonderful.
Dude, they're
Was
so
it?
good.
They
It's
are really good.
stupid how wonderful those things are. I can't believe he's trying
I
to.
still have
Like, of all
never-
the things for him to target.
Well, so apparently,
That was the wrong one.
apparently there's a device you can buy where you can make your own Uncrustables, and I really want to get one.
The decruster.
I mean, you can just make it in like a piece of white bread and then use like a
Like a fork.
serrated like baking
Just like a
Oh,
little
freaking
yeah.
tool.
knife and just cut it
Yeah,
out.
well,
and
it's
crimp
like-
the sides.
Yeah, well, like the thing, it's literally like you put a piece of bread and then you put your peanut butter and jelly, and then you just put another piece of bread and you close it, and then you just like
Let's
like
live
instant.
Doplex live out his hyper consumption fantasies.
yeah, let me go buy useless gadgets.
I need the tool that makes me
to make my own Uncrustables.
Doplex does have the house
3D
that's like
print
so
yours.
big that I would be buying shit because like we can't.
Just to fill
We don't
up
even have a
space.
we don't have a toaster here because we don't have the counter space for it. So like the idea
you
of
could
buying an
find a spot for a
Uncrustables maker
toaster.
blows my. But your house is fucking massive, so yeah, I probably would have an Uncrustable maker.
Have you guys ever thought about, because like when you're like a little kid, it's like there's no way to get unless I put this in the toaster, this is just bread.
Yeah.
Like there's
Okay,
no
look,
other way to
let
do
me-
that.
let me-
But then
let
you
me
just
tell you a
just put a
story.
piece of bread in like a pan or an oven and it's toast within like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
know,
well,
that's-
so
that's what I
Like,
do.
why was the
I
toaster even
conducted-
invented? There's
I
like so
conducted
many
this
ways.
exact experiment as a kid because I loved toast as a kid, and I would find different ways to make toast. So like I did that. I tried it on a pan. I remember one time I took a piece of bread out to the backyard with a lighter, and I just like
You and
Not
sat there with a
butane
lighter.
aftertaste.
Yeah, you just
It
ate
did,
like
yeah, it
an
did.
entire fucking gallon of butane.
yeah, it literally did taste like lighter fluid.
Yummy.
But it was pretty good. Like I still remember the taste when I think about it.
It's
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many easy ways to make toast. Like, why was the toaster even like? I see why a microwave exists, right?
Right.
But I don't get why someone made it a toaster oven. Sure, like a little baby oven on your counter, and you don't want to turn on your big oven. Okay,
Yeah.
but like, why did who?
well.
and-
I
but why
can-
does it
I
exist
can-
to the point where like everyone has one?
As someone who has to exclusively cook toast in the oven, it's very easy to burn. Oh, there's no timer off switch on our oven, you know. So it's like if
Dude,
you're
half
not
the
watching
time
that
I cook toast in my toaster, I burn it.
That's true, but that's more.
not-
You can
yeah.
dial
Not
that shit
learned.
in. You can crank that shit down a little bit. The oven, it's
James,
like
let me
you'll
ask
be
you.
looking
Fucking
at it,
smacking the wheel every time, see where it lands.
especially when you're like
Dude, I
smoking
try
and
all
shit,
the different
like,
settings, and it's still just.
It
Well,
goes
how
from
many-
being
how many
perfectly
pieces-
golden
how many
brown to
pieces
being
are you
black
toasting?
in 1 second. It's the oven
How
is,
many-
is a bad time.
How many pieces are you toasting, James?
Yeah, James.
2.
Okay, you're doing it right then. Never mind.
But I'm not toasting like white bread. I'm toasting like a nice.
Like purple bread.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm toasting purple.
A
bread.
nice purple bread.
Hey, let's still shit on white bread. It's awful.
What's
food. It
wrong with
tastes
white
delicious.
bread?
I
Fuck
love
white
it.
bread.
I love a good. I like most bread.
The
TBH.
liberals are trying to
If
get
it's
rid of white
bread,
bread.
I'm in there.
I just don't see why I would eat white bread when I can eat a nice like fucking baguette or Italian bread or something.
Oh, what?
I agree.
What?
That's it. I agree. We just can't
Yeah.
get bread like that much around here. It's fucking annoying.
Hey, you guys
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
anything
bread.
out there.
You guys have like fucking like 17 different gourmet banh mi restaurants within 4 minutes of your apartment, and you can't get a loaf of like fucking Italian bread.
Bro can't get a baguette. That's so fucked.
What?
They're Vietnamese and French, first of all, not Italian. But no, it's where
No, I'm not saying that it's French bread. I'm just saying like you have the most obscure food at your fingertips at all times. Like you come home with different like foods from
Bro's got,
around
like,
the world
Polynesian
authentically made
smoothies.
every 5 minutes, and you can't get a loaf of bread.
Australia was just like, I don't know about this bread business.
The problem is
That's
the problem is I live in an inner city suburb. If I was like out more in the suburbs, I'd probably be able to get a lot more of that sort of stuff. But because it's all like fucking hipster yuppies and shit around here, you can't just like a lot of places you can't just go and get like a
Dude,
nice,
hipster yuppies love baking bread. You can't get a hipster to stop talking about their sourdough starter.
I know, but that's the problem. All the bread around here is shit like sourdough loaves and fucking country loaves, which are delicious, don't get me wrong. But if I just want like a nice, fresh, white, crusty Italian roll, I have to go fuck myself.
Okay. Well, I'd still
okay,
rather
gotcha.
I'd still rather a piece of like slicing off a hunk of sourdough and toasting it than fucking white bread.
Oh, I love sourdough.
True. I'd agree with that.
I like English toasting bread. It's some offshoot of white bread, I think. But
What?
dude, I've found it at a couple of different stores that
You're just saying
do
words
it,
now.
But
just making
it's
shit up.
called English toasting bread.
I'm gonna look this
and,
up.
Dude, it toasts better than any toast I've ever slapped in a toaster. It holds the heat really
Toasting
well.
bread.
It toasts very nicely. It's great. I really like
You know
it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Off
let
and
me know how good the English toasting bread looks.
Chat.
It kind of just looks like regular bread, just like it's got a.
It is. It's very.
eczema or
It's
something.
it's not like anything crazy, but it just whatever they're doing differently to it,
I know.
it toasts.
I know what you're doing.
beautifully.
There's a brand New Zealand called Molenberg that looks exactly like that, and it's like the crust on the actual bread part's a little bit denser, but not in like a overly dense way. It does, and it toasts up very nicely. Great
Dude,
choice.
it toasts so well. It holds that butter.
Yeah.
But-
You know what I've always looked at, and everyone's like, that looks like the most perfect, wonderful thing in the world, and I'm like, I would never eat that.
What?
Bread.
That stupid Korean bread that they make all their street food sandwiches on.
Oh,
like the
that
big
milk bread.
fucking milk, fluffy,
milk-
pillowy
the milk
bread.
bread.
That
Milk
shit's
bread.
fucking
Milk bread
gay.
fucks
That
hard.
shit look good.
That shit's gay as fuck, bro. I've never eaten bread that looks that pillowy.
That is one of the dumb things I can get around me, and it is actually very good. I've used it for
Nah,
for
fuck that. That
sliders
shit's gay.
before. I also
Give me the milk bread.
other bread
I want like 90% crust and like 10% bread.
Will.
And milk bread's like 99% bread, 1% crust.
The crust do be my favorite part.
kind of. I do like what's the Japanese one, the fucking shokupan or whatever, like the really fat, fucking thick slices of toast. You know?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that might be what I'm talking about. Chat, my bad, Koreans. Well, no, milk bread too is probably fucking sucks because it's called milk bread.
good.
I don't want
Well,
milk
I
bread.
think milk bread
now.
is
Tres leches
Japanese.
Milk
is
bread's
3
good as-
milks, and that's a delicious cake.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
Mexican.
The Koreans make great
So
fucking food.
what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't, but their big stupid bread looks like ass. But
It's so good.
I'm thinking of.
It's
I'm thinking
really
of what you're
good.
talking about, the Japanese white bread that's just like, they just cut it like thick as shit for no reason.
Yeah.
That shit looks terrible. I would never eat it.
It's so good.
Yo, you guys ever like had this thing called tteokbokki? It's a Korean food.
Didn't
yeah.
didn't Spaghetto play that on his channel?
Taboki literature
Tteokbokki,
club.
tteokbokki.
Is that those? Are
I
the,
haven't.
Like,
I have no idea what that is.
Are those the rice
It's-
stick things? They're like-
Yeah, so it's like these
I
fat
think
fucking
that's
noodles
a Korean penis.
and like
come on, man. Not on Korean Independence
dude, I swear
Day.
the Koreans love mozzarella more than Italians, I think, because the
Fuck
amount
you.
of
They do put
fucking
those-
mozz
I
they
do
put
suck.
on
Okay,
everything.
You watch what
And
you're saying. You
Listen, no, hear me out. Listen, it's not okay. Like Italians, they know how to use mozzarella, right? Y'all know what you're doing with that cheese. You guys use the right ratios
They also
on things,
invented it, I think.
right?
guess.
But
We did.
Koreans, they throw the fucking ratio out the window. They just love that shit. Like fucking in tteokbokki, which is basically
How do they say
imagine
it
like
over
a
there?
pasta dish with like it's like this weird like spicy
Mozzarella.
gravy or something in it.
okay.
And then they just fucking like globs of mozzarella in it.
Tteokbokki?
Like to the point where it's not even that appetizing, but still very good. You know what I mean? And they also have
I
like the
think-
fucking mozzarella sticks that are like this fucking fat.
I think the better example you could have given is corn cheese.
Yeah, that too.
Corn cheese is the best fucking thing in the world, and that's cheese, cream, some kind of cream, I think, and fucking mozzarella. It's so unhealthy, but it's like the most tastiest fucking thing in the world.
Korean
And then
street
Bro, I feel like I
food,
would get like infinite diarrhea with that.
oh my god, it's so good.
chewy rice cakes, and
Oh,
a
no, it's
spicy,
mayonnaise,
sweet, and
sorry.
savory
It's
gochujang red chili paste sauce. The word there's too much information there. Gochujang.
What's up with Korean guys fucking being like Hitler too when it comes to women? Those guys fucking hate women.
Finally, Hitler too.
Do you
finally
guys know about
found
this?
him. About
No.
what?
The Korean
About
like
women?
incel movement. Like it's like you think the anti-woke shit here is bad. It's like thermonuclear over there. Like it's genuinely like a
Is
really
it?
big problem.
Korea's
Oh,
got
yeah,
some
don't they-
really weird
they have some-
politics.
Fuck, what is it called? They have some thing where it's like a lot of the girls there have, it's like some saying or abbreviation for basically like they won't even like enter relationships until they get to put pressure on the government to like protect
Oh yeah, they've
them
been
more
like
with their
abstaining or
laws.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, to
Oh.
like basically plummet the
I will
birth
not
rate and be
have
like,
sex.
if you're just gonna let us be second class citizens, then we ain't talking to men no more.
Dude, fair enough.
We ain't
There's
fucking.
it's just
Yeah, yeah.
it's crazy too.
There's a
'cause it's
word
like
for it though.
Korean women are like, ironically, all the things that you know the fucking incels in the West want. You know, they're like, oh, they're feminine. They know their place, like all this shit. And then the Korean men who actually have access to the Korean women are like, these women are all whores. I hate them. I want a nice Western woman. I want a nice white woman. It's like,
I want a white woman.
it's so funny. It's they're just like all these incels looking at all the other guys and being like the grass is greener. You know, like these like black incels who are
pussy's
like, man,
tighter.
women only want white guys, and then white guys like, damn, women only want black
Pussy's
dudes
tighter on the other side of the
yeah.
fence.
on the other side of the globe.
I got dog. And that's a cat sweet dog.
Oh yeah.
You got it tough. I seen the tough so long. And I know,
This is beautiful.
baby, just how you feel.
This is why people love Korea.
You
K-pop
got
is
to
awesome.
know
Yeah.
always the punches. Get to what's
Yo, is this
real.
K-pop?
Yeah, this is K-pop.
It's technically K-pop, isn't it?
Yo, I love BTS.
That's beautiful.
Yo, speaking of K-pop, I heard like male K-pop for the first time the other day. That shit fucking sucks. How do people
And that's
listen
just
to
like
that?
BTS.
I really like it.
Yeah, I don't know who it was. It was like women.
I mean, the
K-pop?
original
That shit
K-pop
slaps.
guy was fucking open Gangnam Style. That's like the origin
Psy.
of that shit,
Psy's
basically.
good.
Psy's a legend. I like
BTS
Psy.
I really like. EXO has some good
You like-
songs.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've been to a BTS concert. It's like one of the 4
Have you
concerts I've
actually?
been to, yeah. Back in Sydney in
Actually-
like 2016 or 17 or some shit.
That's crazy. I actually went to a J-pop concert like a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like Sabrina's favorite group. They're called XG. Really good. It's
Oh
like a
yeah, I
bunch of
forgot.
Japanese girls.
Sabrina's
Yeah.
very into the letter pops.
She
What
do like in the
what
pop.
male
K-pop,
K-pop did you
J-pop.
listen to that you
They got
hated?
V-pop.
I don't,
Vietnamese pop?
Vietnamese pop.
I hope
yeah.
so.
Yeah, I
They'd
think
go
so.
hard.
Cool.
They did pop music.
I don't. Yeah. I don't even know.
Someone
I
put us
saw
on
like
to
a
some
clip and I
fire
was like,
V-pop artists.
it's just interesting how like it's almost like it's very much like we got the guns and we shoot them in the street. It's like very much like just shit they don't do, but they like you know what I'm trying to say.
I mean, it depends
It's
what-
like they act so hard.
I think you're making
I mean, that-
grand
Motherfuckers wanna
statements
find
about an
them.
entire genre after listening to one song.
No,
don't
I
know.
believe it because that shit transcends every barrier of like class and race and like geolocation. Because like every small time like rapper from like white neighborhoods still just raps about like I get bitches and I got stacks and my guns shoot plap plap.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you don't
You
don't
did
That is
not
true.
do
You
that.
live in
never
Delaware,
done.
my brother.
You
I've never
never
done none of that.
I agree.
You probably get nervous when people smoke
But it's
weed
still just the
around you.
general like it's still the general like basis of lyrics for like everybody. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that
I'm sure there
it's
are.
even
there-
gotten over to the J-pops.
It definitely probably
K-pop.
does happen in Korea. I think I mostly listen to BTS stuff, and that's more just kind of generic pop style lyrics about like fucking, love and girls and shit. So
You think they got M-pop?
Malaysia pop.
Mongolian pop.
Mongolian pop was what I was thinking, but Malaysian pop.
I can't make any voice.
I think 70 or 80% of people in Mongolia are still nomadic. Isn't that crazy?
Or
What'd you say?
nomadic?
Yeah, they're still like 70 or 80% of people in Mongolia are still nomadic to this day. It's still just like,
Like, they're
right
just
around.
Well, when your country looks that pretty and cool, why would you not be?
Just
Yeah.
constantly
I don't know.
running around, putting up your
It's just
yurt
like-
in a different spot. It kind of kicks ass. I
It
love
lit-
the vibe
everything I've
of
seen of Mongolia. Yeah, it's just like rocky, like cliff sides and like swaths of like hilly, tall grass that like flows in the wind like an anime, and it's just like there's
It
just
do-
goats and yaks and shit everywhere.
It's a
Yeah.
exceptionally beautiful country. Although I felt the lack of trees would get to me eventually.
Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck your trees.
Fuck
It
your
is.
trees, man.
I guess I've just always assumed like if you're, part of the first world, you're mostly city. Well, not mostly city, obviously, but like most people.
Why
live in
need
the
tree if mounted?
city. You can't hide. You can't sleep under a
Sweet.
mountain.
I mean, it's no wonder them boys.
Yeah, tell
got
that to the
shit
dwarves,
done
you racist
with
piece of
all their horses.
Well.
That part of the world, they can just kind of cruise over that shit. That was the battle song. Genghis Khan showed up and was like, "Charge, men!"
I do think it's kind of swag though, isn't it? Like your people
It is kinda epic.
your people spend forever fucking roaming around doing that shit, and then the rest of the world's like, we've invented phones, and they're like, we don't give a shit. We're still riding around.
I got my horse, dude. I'm delivering shit around. I do
Mongolia.
not give a fuck about
I got
telephones.
yaks on my back and I'm looking at grass.
Man,
Dude, that
James
is
could possibly-
Mongolian life to a
Genghis
T.
Khan is everyone's dad.
Do you reckon they're riding off the Mongolian shit still? Like, do you reckon they're still like, yeah, hell yeah, we fought half the fucking world, man. That was us. Or do you reckon they don't give a
I
shit?
don't think so.
I
Yeah, I
suppose
think
James,
that- I
James
feel
doesn't
like
really
they
bring up
kinda
the
just-
Roman Empire much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not allowed to bring up the British Empire because apparently that was bad now. Woo.
Yeah,
Too white.
It is,
I guess you
mean,
guys are allowed to do it, and not us.
I think if you guys had more cool things come out of it, it would be okay. But it was like 1,000 years of pure dominance, and you guys you let everybody else make the cool shit and just like use some of it, but no one there like took inspiration. Was like, okay,
I just think
I'm
it's
gonna do
recency
something good with
bias.
this.
I think it was actually pretty chill. Everybody else got
you
to
have
do it.
I agree. Colonialism was bad, obviously. However, you have to admit that the sun never sets on the British Empire is kind of a badass saying.
It's
okay,
pretty
that's
badass.
true. That is a really cool saying. That is cool.
That's
gotta
it's
give
pretty
him that.
fire. Actually,
Yeah.
speaking of the British Empire, I've been watching John Adams, the Paul Giamatti HBO show, and I can't
Oh.
lie, boy. I'm
I
getting.
put a
it's
I put a
get-
camera in John Adams' grave and I just watch it 24/7. I just look at the dirt and the worms eating.
See
his
if anything's
worms.
happening with him. Wait, I'm not American.
He's
What's-
gonna
who's-
move.
who's
I
John
swear.
Adams?
John Adams
is
was
John
our.
Adams?
He was our
I know he has a
second
beard.
president.
Mormon guy, right?
Okay.
No, that's
Big,
Sam
I think
Adams.
he's a big beer guy. Oh,
Samuel
never mind.
Adams is the beer guy.
No, I think I'm thinking of John Smith.
John Adams, and then his son John Quincy Adams. I think John Quincy was the 5th president. I can't
Is it
remember.
weird that I
Anyway,
know him, but
dude,
not
it's
John
giving me
Adams?
hype on the boys. I can't lie. I've been such a good. America's
White boy.
kind of has bad, but dude, old Benny
Dude, we're pretty
Franklin
dope.
out there. John
We're pretty
Adams
dope.
just laying down the law. We're fucking up the British Empire. Come on, man.
We're pretty sick.
I'm hype on my boys. I can't help
America
it.
had some real
It's
good
getting me
ideas.
jazzed.
You guys started out so strong. What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, but the lore is fucking awesome.
The lore is pretty cool. It is.
Like the
I mean, I
ones.
can't lie. It is pretty cool watching all of, like just the moments of everybody sitting there being like, "Are we really gonna take on the British Empire right now?" And then
Yeah.
John Adams just being like,
Going to eat
yes.
them.
and I'm like, "Yes!" Fucking George
Fuck
Washington shows up. He's got normal actor teeth, not slave teeth and stuff like that. They didn't put that in, so I
With a
didn't have to
submachine
think
gun.
about it that much. He's just so tall and epic, and I'm like,
I'm George
Fucking George, go get him, buddy.
To be fair, modern day actors probably also have slave teeth, right? Like veneers are almost certainly made from like teeth they've harvested
they
from like
dig
African
them up.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Are
true.
they?
I
Oh,
don't
they're
know,
just
prob-
made of like.
His blood diamond teeth.
My grandpa had veneers, and they were just made of titanium.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that
That's
probably
like
makes
that.
the most sense, but
Yeah, he could like bite through like wood and shit.
What's
That's
that?
cool.
James Bond enemy, Big Chomp.
that's
Jaws.
yeah, Jaws too, I think.
Yeah, by Spielberg.
I mean, you have to remember how popular that movie was at the time.
Yeah.
It influenced
They
a lot of
named
shit. Yeah, they named
Jaws too.
They named it Jaws too because they were so excited for it.
Wait, there is Jaws too, though.
Yeah, but at the time they probably wasn't.
Yeah.
They named him
There's
Jaws
Jaws
3.
three,
When
too.
They
Goldfinger
Jaws,
1 came out,
And there's Jaws 4.
Jaws
Pussyfinger.
3, 4, 2.
Actually, it is
favorite
four
James Bond
Jaws.
movie is
we were looking up Christmas movies the other day, and it's so funny watching Home Alone. It's like Home
On
Alone 1,
Google.
okay, Macaulay Culkin, that's all right. Number 2, Macaulay Culkin, yep. And then number 3, it's like, oh god, where's Macaulay gone? And then number 4, the kid is so fake, he looks AI generated. And then they made
Dude, the
another
fourth
one,
one's
like
weird.
they made a 5th one like 2 years ago. I never even heard of.
Isn't the
Did
fourth
they?
one, it has ScarJo in it, doesn't it?
Oh really?
Yeah, it's super weird.
Oh, no,
She's one
yeah,
of the
Emily
bad
mentioned
guys
that.
in it.
Yeah.
It's like before she was really big in the MCU, I think. It was just a movie she did, and it's so funny seeing her in it trying to
Every time
capture a child.
Every time I hear ScarJo, I think of like an African warlord.
It does sound
Like it
yeah, I
doesn't
could
sound
see
like an
that.
abbreviation of Scarlett Johansson.
ScarJo definitely
was-
does sound like it would be belong to a cool guy.
I would say
Not a
Scojo.
stupid woman. Scourjo?
Scojo. That
Scojo?
that flows nice for me.
Scojo.
Scarjo.
Scojo
The scar-
sounds like
the
a
scar's
city up
scary.
in northern Canada.
The scar is
I
scary.
could see that.
Oh, welcome
the
to
scar puts me
Scojo.
off. Oh, you can fucking talk, Alaska boy.
Yeah, we got Dead Horse.
Fucker.
You guys
I
are
mean,
like
Scojo,
You got Dead
Scojo,
Horse?
Alaska also does sound like a real place.
Yeah, it does. I meant more the accent, but yeah, that too. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
That's
that's
gonna
about
do
it.
See ya.
See ya.